So what we've done is we've found the fallen tree, and we've got the roof secured, put loads of stuff on the roof, so now that's just going to be dry underneath. And now what we're doing is just trying to make it blend in as much as possible, and just building around it. And now Lou's going to get a fire going. For the ground we'll get some ferns. We're going to pile the ferns inside, we'll get in, and they'll basically make a nest once we're in there. And that should be pretty good. We might also zip our Gore-Tex jackets together, and that'll make a nice bivvy for us all to lie over the top.
Colin Hill, from the very beginning, had to be a strong candidate in the sense that he was an international standard quadrathlete. He's got the right mental attitude, he's a careful thinking person as far as I can see, and he's very, very steady, and he's got the qualities that can take him right to the very end.
Try some?
Okay.
Try this nice black bit.
Well guys,
medium rare.
you first come.
We're going to go, shall we?
Go on then.
Want some?
I will in a minute, but I don't feel like I've really deserved it yet. You can see you two go for it.
Okay.
Well, all the volunteers successfully completed the 4x4 with Louise and Carl excelling. They then enjoyed a bit of beasting, and now they're settling down for a wonderful night beneath the stars. I'm going to have a couple of these medium rare. I think I'll see him in the morning.
Well, did you all sleep well?
We've all become very close.
Very, very warm and toasty, it's great. It's occasionally a little uncomfortable, but very warm.
When someone moved, everybody had to move. But it was quite warm, yeah, and fairly comfortable sleep. I really enjoyed it. I had a few things poking me in the back all night. I'm not sure if it's the Brackon or whether it's Gary with morning wood.
Neil Thomas, even though he was hurting terribly, at one stage he pushed and helped the others along from the back, and so he had fearsome determination, and that will help.
In preparation for the evening's exercise, the SAS directing staff give the volunteers a crash course in basic military techniques.
When you go to move, you only want to move a very short distance.
They will get caught up in it. Very quickly you stop playing games. They weren't playing games on the mountain. They weren't playing games in interrogation. And those who were playing games didn't survive. They got taken out. You've got to put your heart and soul into this business if you're going to do it properly and survive.
Tonight you're going to be carrying out a close target recce. You'll be split into your two teams as you were for survival. When you leave here, you'll go over to the briefing area, one team at a time, and you'll be briefed by your directing staff. The last point I'll make is don't get caught. Okay, get split into your teams, over there for your briefing.
Okay guys, the country has been carrying out atrocities and ethnic cleansing on its own people.
The location is an unoccupied farmhouse.
The mission. Your team's mission is to move to the farmhouse at grid 477099, gather further information and confirm target and surrounding areas. Also, you are to install a covert camera into the house.
Once we complete the task, we move back to the boat and return to our initial start point.
Okay.
Yep, so it's there, up, down, back.
Down, 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 so just that.
Well, these two guys, Carl's going to be wearing the night vision goggles, and they're going to be going into the house with Andy, and they're going to be installing the covert camera behind the door through the corridor.
Once that's done, we'll then exit the house the same way. Complete it in the house. If we haven't seen anybody, we're going to come straight back down at speed. Radio the boat at the road. Let them know about to cross the road, and then meet them at the pickup point and be out of there within 2 hours.
Is this something that the SAS would actually do? This is the bread and butter of SAS work. SES sort of are renowned for getting into places and getting out without being seen. And close target recce's are really the bed and butter of the regiment.
Really? I mean, that's the majority of stuff they actually do themselves.
Yeah, we do an awful lot of CTRs in one way or another.
Barry was nearby, able to watch and judge the reconnaissance.
Look how they're moving. It's really sloppy. He's not even looking backwards. He's just sauntered and he's turned around now and looked. They're now going around the front of the building, and they'll find that the most easy access is from the rear. We've sent them on a mission here to establish basically the floor plans. If anybody's in the house, if there is who, if there are any booby traps, a route in, a route out, if there are any problems like dogs, patrols, anything like that. You shouldn't do that. Why? The two should stay downstairs. If there's trouble, one man's not enough to get the three out of there. And you don't need three to do that job. Security is as much important as actually getting the device in. If they come back with good information, and they're totally undetected, and they're doing quite well so far. A little naive, but you could expect that. It's the first time they've done it. They've had a set of plans to work off. And what he's doing now, he's going to drill a small hole in the wall. From the plans, he should go straight through that wall into the corridor, next to the house next door. He's watching him now. There really should be sort of, making sure the room is secure. Yeah, we've just seen one guard walk past the entrance to the building, back down the drive we came up over. They're a little bit too scattered at the moment.
Is that bad because there's a chance of being split up?
Well, suddenly if there was an ambush or something, they'd be really in deep shed.
Okay, now both teams avoided being spotted and returned to the compound in the early hours of this morning. Now, although they're working as a team, they're actually being marked individually on this, combined with the next two exercises: CQB, close quarter battle, and marksmanship. After all, there's not much point being in the SAS if you can't actually fire a gun.
This is the weapon you're going to be using. It's called a Ruger Mini 14.
Magazine of 5 rounds. Load!
Down.
The volunteers are given 2 sets of 5 rounds to shoot targets 50 meters away.
At the white target, 5 rounds in your own time. Carry on. Ready?